Hey Visibility fans, it's Vicky Blades, your video coach here, and today I'm talking all about autism because today marks the start of Autism Awareness Month, and I know that because I get a newsletter from Autism NI. Now, Autism NI is a great charity with loads of information and support that I joined when my son got diagnosed. So he was 8 years old, he's now 12, and he was diagnosed with autism in Northern Ireland. And I have to say, it was life-changing. I don't know if you've ever known anybody with a kind of neurodiversity or anybody who's got a diagnosis, maybe even later in life, and it can really help to make sense of how you feel and how life feels, not just for you but for the people around you. So I spent many years wondering if I'd done something wrong with my parenting, but because I couldn't work my son out, I couldn't get on his wavelength, I couldn't understand his train of thought, I couldn't understand how to help him really with kind of social skills, and even doing homework was a nightmare, and I just couldn't understand why. And for him, he always felt like, he was a bit of a square peg in a round hole. And so he was delighted when he got his diagnosis. And of course, what happened is that we realised that his dad, my husband, is also autistic. And that's really important. He was never diagnosed officially, but now we look back at his history of being bullied at school, moving jobs, the difficulties he's faced, a lot of really unfair treatment as well that he's faced, is because of his autism. And so it was a moment when it felt like lots of puzzle pieces slotted into place for us as a family. I'm going to talk more about autism because one of the really interesting things that happens when you have a family member diagnosed with autism is that you become, well, like me, what I did was I just researched like mad, went on workshops, read books, did training, all of that. And of course, started diagnosing people that I know. And the really interesting thing is that autism runs in families. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere. So if you've got an autistic relative, then there's got to be more autistic people in your family. And let me tell you, there's definitely a lot in mine. But many of them don't know it, don't recognise it, or maybe don't even just care about it at all. So that's my quickie take on autism for Autism Awareness Month. Do you have any neurodiverse people in your family? Have you any experience of autism? Do you want to know any more information about it? And how do you cope with having autism in your life? I'm going to come back and tell you more about that in another video. For now, it's Vicky Blades, your video coach. I'm all about storytelling on videos, and if you want to know more about that, then drop me a comment below because we can connect and we can talk. Okay, happy Autism Awareness Month, day one.